Hey,
Hey you guys, Desmond's here,
and Cashapp.
and welcome back to the channel. And today we are here to discuss episode 6 of Global All-Stars?
I think
I
so.
think so, yeah. Ooh, we're halfway through the season.
A
Hey.
anything.
But we had a design challenge this week. Before we get into it, just want to get all the good stuff out the way. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We've been seeing the comments here lately. Y'all have been going in on those comments. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. So let's continue that. For those who are new, make sure you go ahead and hit us a like. You can comment with the rest of us. Make sure you're subscribing so you don't miss any of our content, okay? All right. So, what did we think of this episode?
I cried.
I was hurt at the elimination.
Right.
Honestly, either one of the two would have had me hurt. So I'm just sitting there already getting emotional because I'm like, I don't want either one of them to go. One of them shouldn't even be here.
Facts.
I'm sorry, but Gallivar should not have been there. I don't understand. RuPaul, you have to catch me outside.
Facts. I was mad.
I just.
And I sat there, and they said, and RuPaul said their name, and I was,
Are you sure? Like it was even a stretch putting her in the bottom, but I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, because that was
to me, it was like, okay, because I was sitting there, and I was wondering, I was like, I'm sorry if I'm spiking. I was like, wait a minute. Who are we gonna? Okay, I know one of the bottoms. Theoretic. I was like, I know two of the bottoms. Who's the third bottom gonna be? I was like, I know the two that are lip syncing, and they're about to get roasted.
and the two I thought was gonna lip sync was not the two.
Exactly.
Baby, when she called old girl safe, I was like, oh,
Mm.
but then we gonna get into it. We gonna get into it. But yeah, it was a good episode again up until the judging. The judging on this one wasn't as bad as the others, but
I think because it hurt my feelings.
oh, it hurt.
It hurt my feelings. What about me?
This did not fit in my fantasy. Effie, this did not fit in my fantasy for this episode.
What about what I want?
We're going to have to go back to having our top 4 predictions because my top 4 was 2 of the 4 that was in the bottom 2 this week.
What about me? Oh my god. I watched that and I was just like, no.
Mm-hmm.
My feelings are hurt.
Oh.
My feelings was hurt so bad I fell asleep watching Philippines.
Luckily, I watched Philippines. I watched Philippines this morning. I didn't watch it Thursday morning like I normally do. I watched it. I watched it this morning. So
I had to watch it like 2 more times. I was like, I'm glad I said the time that I said because oh my god.
But let's go ahead and get up into this episode. So we start off after Eva La Queen was eliminated. The queens come into the workroom. They sit down. They congratulate Miss Gala on that win. And we go into the workroom for the next day. They come in. They're talking around the table. They congratulate our mother, Queen, on her second win. A lot of you bitches can't even spell 2, okay? They congratulated Gala again. And then the alarm goes off after Alyssa once again wants to do another dancing challenge.
Why?
I'm like, man, we just had the girl group. But then again, we did just have the ball, and here we are designing again. But hey, so we get our room mail. RuPaul enters. Drag Race US, UK. Yeah, those are the only ones that Ru hosts. Y'all need to get a door like this. So when Ru comes through,
you just
woof. Voila.
Look, because I get game show vibes every time that door opens. In my mind, it just goes da 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 da. And
So
then the laugh track happens,
yeah.
and RuPaul comes out, "Hey, how you doing, All Stars?"
So we have a mini challenge this week. And before we got to the mini challenge, we got to see Norvina, the president of Anastasia Beverly Hills.
Ooh, either she is a natural blonde and just dyes her hair pink, or they put like a butt ton of Olaplex in her mix.
Maybe, I don't know. I do.
Oh my gosh, every time we see her, her hair is pink. Either that or those are really good lace wigs.
But yeah, we're good to see her. Honestly, I was shocked a little bit. So the mini challenge this week is the Glamazonian Airways callback to season 7, where they had 20 minutes to get into quick drag, but not to do their makeup because they're going to do the makeup on the plane.
Yes.
This was probably one of the funnest mini challenges they've had in a while.
In a long time.
I love that Global All Stars is getting all these mini challenges. You know, I've been hollering, give us mini.
In the mini challenges, because baby, the main show.
I've been hollering, bring back the mini challenges, and at least we're getting them on Global.
Yes.
But yeah, I thought this one was so much fun. It was so silly. Baby, Queen Kong was reading the girls. I'm like, I'm cackling because. Because, everybody's focusing on their makeup. And, she's doing her makeup too. But, baby, that read to Pathia about how she was dancing in the girl group challenge. Oh, so good. So good. So,
oh, my God.
All the queens lined up here. This is...
I'm so proud of her.
Proud of who?
Queen.
Oh, yeah. I'm proud of her this week. Every week, actually. So these are the queens with their makeup done. And Tessa Testicle won.
Which was confusing.
Because I really thought it was going to be Alyssa or Soa because, baby.
Facts.
I was like...
You said you wanted a good beat, but I guess, Rue was like, oh, I'm leaning into the silly.
And Tessa did do that. And because of that, she won a cash tip of $2,500. So RuPaul then asked the queens to get into pairs. She wants them to pair with the queen they were most likely to have a drink with. So everyone pairs up, and poor Nalenia was left all by herself.
Now, pause. At this point in the episode, I had some empathy. I was feeling a little sympathy. Aw. I'm sorry, Nalenia, you're a little underrated. That really sucks. Because I don't see where the hate is, where your supposed hate is coming from.
Even afterwards, I still don't see where it's coming from.
Huh?
I said even as the episode goes on, I still don't get the hate. I don't.
However, later in the episode.
Yeah, we'll discuss because I got screenshots. So she gets to pick her own team, and she chose Pathia and Kitty. So RuPaul brings out the pit crew and all of their luggage. They have to go get it and switch with the partner that they had. So that would have made me so mad, especially if I would have teamed up with like Tessa. Like I felt Alyssa in this moment when she had to switch her bag. Okay. She was like, "No, I brought good stuff. I brought good fabrics."
She said quality fabrics.
Shoot, I spent a good coin on these fabrics. But honestly, I wish they would have done this like next week with 8 queens, because this could have been a cool way to be like, how they done few design challenges in the past. One will be in the top, one will be in the bottom. I think this would have been a fun way to throw that rule in and be like, okay, Tessa top, Alyssa bottom. Vanity top, Soa bottom. Queen top, Gala bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Lined it up that way. I thought that would have been fun. But since there's an uneven number, So they switch their material and they find out that they have to make gowns with what their partner gave them. I'm sorry, a cocktail dress. Let me make sure. Cocktail dress.
Not a gown, but a cocktail dress.
A cocktail dress, okay? So let's get to the screenshots because I got them. Nelania opens up Kitty Scott Claw's briefcase, and did not like what was in there. Coming from a family where emotions are frowned upon, it does not bother me seeing someone who is frustrated cry.
Right.
Because she stated multiple times that the fabric that Kitty brought is not easy to work with. You could tell she didn't like the colors. So for her to sit there and cry out of frustration, I personally didn't see a problem with it.
Right.
I don't think I would have been offended if, I handed you my suitcase, you opened it up and didn't like what you saw. Because we also got to remember, you're bringing this under the assumption it's for you.
Right.
So, I personally didn't see a problem with Nelania crying. Coming from a crier, the wind can blow the wrong way, and I'm and then on top of that, being inside of a pressure cooker that is Drag Race. Me personally, I didn't like Kitty's response to her being frustrated. Because you got good stuff with Pythia.
Right.
You got some really good things. So I found that was a bit frustrating. I don't know. I don't like the edit they're giving Kitty this season. And I'm like, I know she's saying what she's saying, so it's easy for them to give her that edit.
Right.
But I don't like it. And, I love me some Kitty. Like, I still love Kitty, y'all. And I guarantee you, if she's at DragCon next year, I'm going to go see Kitty again because we had a good time last time. But yeah, I don't really like the edit they're giving her. Or Nelania. They're giving her this, like, I guess...
Woe is me.
Woe is me.
I'm a victim.
But I think they're also, like, trying to build an underdog edit. Because I feel like once Nelania hits the ball, it's over. I feel like once she gets it, she might make it to the end. I don't know, by the way, this edit is going right now. But she might make it to the end. And then be standing there next to whatever Titans are there. And be like, ha, y'all counted me out. But look who's at the end.
Right.
Because I know how a Drag Race likes to do things. But yeah, for me personally, I didn't see a problem with this response. So go ahead and how did you feel watching this response?
So, like, I completely understand, like, the frustration you could have thinking, okay, the fabric I brought is for me. But, like, I'm a crier too. But at the same time, even in a pressure cooker type situation, it's like, okay, this is what I have. I'm going to just pick up my chin and do the best I can with it. I'm going to ask for help. Because, I mean, did she ever ask for help? Nobody said you had to sit there and sew the outfit by hand in order to get it to work. You could have made it in 2 layers, inner layer, outer layer, been fine. Did you ask for help with the Lycra? Because I understand. Lycra, spandex, hard materials to work.
I'm gonna butt in just for a quick second. This is a competition.
Right.
I'm not asking for help. That's just me. And a lot of queens don't ask for help. Some will. And like we saw with Pythia during the ball, damn near everybody went to Pythia for help.
Right.
All I know is if I'm in that situation, baby, and I know I don't know how to sew, I'm like, hold on, we gonna make us a garment. It's warming up right now. Hold on. It's getting nice and warm over there. Because I'm not finna bother you. I'm finna do the best with what I got. Now continue. I'm sorry.
Now, I do agree I don't like Kitty's response. I don't like Kitty's response, or at least how they edited Kitty's response. But I just feel like maybe you should have just looked at it. Because it was like you're complaining about the color, you're complaining about the fabric, you're complaining about this, that, and the third. Do what you can, make the best of it.
And I feel like she did that, but some people have to go through the emotions before they can be like, okay, I got that out, now let me go and do what I gotta do. And that's what she did. She got it out.
Right.
And she went on.
I think it's just because, like, the way that I handle situations like that, I'm as public as YouTube is, TikTok is, stuff like that. Like, I handle my emotions differently, and I think this just comes from the PTSD of dealing with your current workplace, my former workplace, and how, like, things that you say in a moment, whether it be in jest, whether it be in anger, whether it be an offhand, off-the-cuff statement, whether it was just a thoughtless thought that came into your brain and it just came out from an intrusive thought, can sit there and get in somebody's ear, and that person immediately just goes and tells everybody. Next thing you know, you got like 15 people trying to knock down a door somewhere to get to you for a reason or no reason. Like, I've learned to internalize my feelings and then let them out at a later time or date, because that's pretty much how I got through the last 6 years at that place, was internalizing and then waiting till my therapy appointment to be like, Linda, okay, look.
And see, I guess I'm the complete opposite. I feel the emotion then. I will do it right then, but like the moment I can shoot off to myself, like luckily I have my own office now. And even before, like when I was working directly on the homes, I knew hiding spots for me. To where if I needed to shoot, feel whatever feeling I was feeling, and then go back out there and be like, bitch.
I mean, because like even now, like even in my current workplace, I compartmentalize my feelings. My great team lead, I don't know what's going on in her personal life. I don't know what's going on in her work life. I just know that I see it and I feel it because I'm an empath. And so I do my best to like steer clear of her, because I'm like, I don't want to pile my issues on top of her. And I know that I have multiple people I can go to get help with the same problem.
And see, right? My problem these days is I can't hide my emotion anymore, especially anger. Like, if you piss me off, my face tells it immediately. You don't know how many meetings I've been in, and like one of my coworkers or one of my team members will...
It's gonna be like, fix your face.
Like, I'm sitting there and I don't see it, and then I'll get a text, I'll look down, and it'll be one of my coworkers said, your face. I'm like, oh. Let me fix that. Let me...
No.
People know when I'm really sad, mad, whatever. When something happens, I'm like, you know what? Excuse me. I immediately leave because I'm like, I already know my face. I'm gonna go. I gotta go. I'll be back. I need a break. 5 minutes.
It's like, so my GTM, she ended up like getting up in the middle of a meeting and leaving.
Gym Tan Laundry?
She's like, huh?
Gym Tan Laundry?
No, great team lead.
Sorry. My Jersey Shore brain came out there for a second.
It's not Jersey Shore.
Hey.
Sorry.
Hey. My bad, okay? They had me like the first like 2 seasons. After that, I had to let it go. I'm like, okay, I'm done here.
I love her. I started following her on TikTok. But anyway, Like she was feeling all of her feels. Now I was frustrated too, mostly because there is one person in our team who is very former coworker who apparently no longer works there. First name starts with a D, last name starts with an N.
What about her?
Yeah.
What about her though?
This coworker reminds me of her.
Ew.
This new coworker.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So she's like over eager, super anxious, and it's just like, so
does she overshare? Does she overshare? Oh.
No, thank God. Oh, no. No. But she sits there and she's like, oh, so I know we had to do the PLC guide, and because I was just like super eager, I just put everybody's work in, and we're like, you put everybody's work in. How do you know how we wanted to do these things?
Yeah.
Then the next thing I knew, the two people who are supposed to be working on something completely different decided they was going to take over and fix our pacing guide and how we were going to do the lessons. And I was just like, you know what? Yep, you go ahead and you do that, and I'm going to just sit here and wait. And when you guys are done, I'll go and make the slides. Because obviously, you have a way you want this to go that's going to be easier for you. Go ahead. I'll just make the slides. That's fine.
That's fine.
You do all the hard work. But anyways, so my point being, I compartmentalize. Maybe she just doesn't know how to compartmentalize and get going. Maybe she needed to feel her feelings in the moment. As I was watching it, like hearing your take on it, I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't see it that way. Watching it in the moment, I felt a completely different way. But she did the thing. She did the best she could with what she had, and I give her applause for that.
All right, so they make their garments, and now it's time for the main stage. Up first, our hostess with the mostest. It is Mother RuPaul. What do you think of Mama Ru here in your score?
A little like half up.
Mm-hmm.
It's very apropos, just considering the fact that we just had that atom bomb of a debate. She's wearing red, white, and blue. I give this A. I actually kind of like it.
I agree. I like this very much as well. I agree with your A. I thought this was cute, fun, and different for Ru, but yet same silhouette, but different, like, still different for her.
Yeah.
And I like it. So good job, Zaldi, on designing this garment. So this week we are joined by the fabulous Michelle Visage.
Yes, with the gray streaks back, thank goodness. You just can't see him in that wig.
Up next, we have Jamal Sims. And our extra special guest judge, Jasmine Tooks. So, the category is, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Up first, we have, from the USA, Alyssa Edwards. What did you think of Alyssa?
You know, Alyssa did the best she could with the scrap she got from Tessa T. I give this a B minus.
I don't like this. It's a D. Cause I really like the hair, the shoes, the accessories, but the actual garment she made, no. Like, I was shocked when RuPaul said she was safe. Cause you couldn't tell me she wasn't low or bottom two. So when she said safe for Alyssa, I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Sure. It's RuPaul's show.
RuPaul's show.
Up next from Germany, we have Tessa T. Well, Tessa Testicle. I'm going to say her name. I don't know why RuPaul don't want to say testicle. Tessa Testicle.
It's a testicle.
I thought
Did
this
her
was
thing with that fabric.
I thought this was amazing. She was given great fabric and she made a great garment. I love the one arm. The feathers are placed correctly. That wig, Tessa? That wig!
That's a good wig.
That's a good wig, honey. That's a good wig. This gets an A for me.
It's an A for me too.
hmm Moving on to Soa Demuse. What did you think of Miss Soa here?
Um, for somebody who can't sew, she did okay. I do agree that the draping could have been better. But I think she was just trying to rush it. She got so excited that it just kind of went wherever, and she just like the wrinkles fall where they may. But you can hot glue and still get structure. I've done it. Yeah, but other than that, I see why it was at the bottom. It gets like a C minus for me.
I agree with what Michelle said. Like, she said the idea was there.
Right.
It was there, and like she was so close.
So close.
For me, it was the midsection. It just all did, like you said, didn't lay down correctly.
Right.
I'm glad she took the critiques from last week, because I thought her makeup was fine.
That makeup.
Because me personally, I thought her makeup was fine. So when they made that comment, I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But seeing it now, and I'm like, okay, I get it. I see what they were trying to get from her.
Right.
But yeah, I also give this a D. Well, not also. I give this a D. You gave it a C minus. I give this a D. So close.
So close.
Up next is Vanity Vane. So, poor Vanity, she got in her head so bad.
Oh, bad.
So bad to the point where she didn't have a garment and she made this in an hour.
For an hour? That's not bad.
Not bad at all. But however, the challenge was not unconventional materials.
Mm-hmm.
The challenge was to take the materials that you were given by one of your sisters and make a garment, make a cocktail dress.
Mm-hmm.
This does not fit the assignment. Do I like this? Yes. Hell, better than a lot of shit on this runway. But I don't think it was the assignment.
No.
So because it was not the assignment, I have to give it a D. Because if it wasn't, this is a cute little BB plus. But because it's not the assignment, I have to give this a D. What did you think of Vanity Vane from Sweden?
I agree with your D, unfortunately. Like you said, if it had been unconventional materials, this would have got at least a B plus, A minus from me. Because she worked that. But hot glue, grips on a corset, you can't necessarily tell it was made in an hour.
That part, like...
Made in an hour.
Like I said, like this is better than what half of the queens brought out.
Right.
But if you remember that gown she made for the ball, I was, woo! I love that gown she made for the ball. So I'm like, I wish she would have just trusted in her skills and the fabric that she had. And I bet she could have brought out something terrible. But, I've been there. Once you get in here, it's hard to get out of here. Baby, I hope she can get it together. But up next is Queen Kong. What did you think of Queen?
Oh my god, I love this so much. And I'm not like a big shoulder piece type of chick. Mostly because I got broad shoulders myself. But, oh my god. I love this so much. And it was really well made. She even hemmed the dress. And I love those stockings. Those stockings are everything for me. Like, I like the fact that they were like little slutty a little bit. And that wig made the whole outfit.
The wig.
That wig made the whole outfit. Was it very well constructed? It was like mid range because the holes from the little black pieces kind of bothered me. But other than that, I give this an A minus.
I love this. I love that this was so very much Queen Kong, but also something different for Queen Kong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the biggest fan of I'm gonna call them wings.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of the black wings, but I get why she did it. But the structure of this is so well. Again, the wig, like, amazing. I give it an A. I thought this was one of the best of the week. Like,
Yes.
hands
Definitely.
down. A full redemption from her season.
If it hadn't been who won, I thought Queen was, like, right there to win, honestly.
Up next, from Mexico, we have Galavaro. Galavaro, I thought this was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was suitable. I thought it was the challenge. The padding was a little off, but she doesn't pad regularly. So, yeah, it's going to be a little off.
Right.
But I don't think the padding is enough to put somebody in the bottom two. The garment she made was nice. This was safe. This was a B for me. I enjoyed it. I would have chosen a different color hair. Or maybe a different style.
Mm-hmm.
But I like we said at the beginning of the episode, I don't understand why Gala was in the bottom.
I don't either, honestly.
I don't understand. It feels like RuPaul just wants her to go home because she shouldn't have been in the bottom last week either.
Mm-mm.
So I'm just thinking RuPaul's trying to send her to the house.
Right.
Or using her to send other queens to the house.
One of the two.
But yeah, I give it a B. What did you think of Miss Galavaro?
This was very well constructed. I do agree that gold should have been in the chesticle.
Yeah, like it should have been somewhere else. Like it was weird right here.
Yeah, like because it looks like it's choking her. Mm-hmm. You lose her face, and then the fact that you have those very wide hips and then itty bitty legs, you look bad built. But you could have fixed it if you would have put the bottom and cinched it in just a little bit. And then you would have created your Coke bottle figure, which is what I'm pretty sure you were trying to go for. But because you don't know how to pad, you didn't know that. So you built your dress to accommodate your hips that you knew nothing about. I give this a C.
All right, moving onwards to Kitty Scott Claus from the UK. What did you think of Kitty?
This reminds me of the 60-second dress from what show was that? Was that Canada versus the World?
You mean All Star 6 that Raja made?
Yeah. Like, you folded it in half, you cut it on the diagonal, you sewed up the one side and put a sleeve on it.
So do you like it?
Do I like it? It's serviceable. It gets a B for me.
I thought this was better than some of the stuff she brought.
Facts.
But yeah, I really loved that bit where she was going back and forth with Rue about the drinks, so she could double fist them. I thought that was fun. I agree with a B. This was a good week for Kitty. Up next, from Italy, we have Nalenia. I thought this came out great. It came out great. I like it. I would have chose a different shoe. And I think that's what's getting me is the shoe. Huh?
I could have done without the sleeves.
I don't mind the sleeves. I don't mind it. It's mostly the shoe. This gets a C plus for me though.
It needed something else, but not those sleeves.
Yeah, it needs something.
It needs something. I don't know if she lined the sleeves, because I think if the sleeves were sheer, I think I would feel better about the outfit. But I do agree that she could have did a different shoe. She needed like a purple shoe, or she could have put like a cover or took a little piece of the fabric and covered the tip of her shoe or something, because she looks naked at the bottom. I give this a C minus.
Up next from Canada, we have Pathia. What did you think of Pathia?
This was built off like in an hour.
By the time RuPaul did the walkthrough, she already had it done. Ru was like, "Oh, so you're done."
Right. Ru was like, "Oh, you're done," and she was like, "Oh, well, I have to put it on a base." What? This is exactly what you just did. This is exactly what you did. What you mean they gotta put it on a base? That was so good. This was an A for me.
For me, I agree with your A. And when she was walking down, I'm like, this is great, but something's off here. I don't know what it is. And
Wig.
no, it wasn't the wig. RuPaul clocked it. She was like, it's your accessories. And I'm like, it is the accessories. That's what's throwing me off. That necklace. Like, you didn't really need all the accessories. The cocktail dress is the accessory.
Yeah.
Like, this is one of those things where, like, less is more. Because honestly, if she didn't have all the accessories on, I think she possibly could have won again. But I also want to give this an A. This was amazing. This was stunning. I loved it. Mwah. And that is our 9 amazing queens. So, out of these 9 queens who were standing in front of us, who had your favorite look this week?
My favorite look, I'm gonna have to say, is Queen.
All right, giving Queen her 3rd win. Go ahead. For me, I agree with RuPaul. Tessa Testicle had my favorite, but Queen and Pathia were like right there.
Close seconds.
They were like, I'm on your tail, okay? So, we find out the tops this week was Tessa Testicle, Queen Kong, and Pathia. Do we agree?
Yeah.
I agree. Now, the bottoms are So Demuse, Vanity Vane, and Galavaro. I think we've been made it very clear that Gala should not be here. I don't know why Gala is there. Alyssa should be there.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think Alyssa should have lip synced, but I do think she should have got like that low placement. Because I think Soa and Vanity should have been the 2 to lip sync. Soa because I do think she did the worst this week, and Vanity because she didn't do the assignment.
Right.
But we find out that the winner is Tessa Testicle, and she won a cash tip of $10,000.
Yes.
And our bottom 2 is So Demuse and Galavaro. Why is it Galavaro? I don't know.
I don't know, but I did notice it was the 2 who changed something about themselves.
Oh, so, if you notice, everyone in the bottom each week changed their outfits.
No. I mean, like, they changed.
Oh, one changed their makeup, one the word pads. Got you. I get what you're saying now. I misunderstood at first.
Are you picking up what I'm laying down?
Yes, I picked it up. I picked it up. I got it. So, they lip synced to Bang Bang by Jessie J, Ariana Grande, and the generous queen, Nicki Minaj. Here's my thing. You know, I don't mind that they're reusing songs, because pretty much every song except for the Olivia Rodrigo song has... Oh, and that girl, what was it, Donna? Yeah. Those are the only 2 new songs. The rest of these songs have been used in some way before. But this week, honestly, all the songs, if you really just think about it, are really wordy. And for a lot of these queens who are ESL, why would you pick songs that are really wordy for them to learn? Because let's think about it. Only Girl in the World, that was fine. The Donna song was fine. The Olivia Rodrigo, that was okay. But Spice Up Your Life, Take On Me, and Bang Bang are wordy songs. So I'm really confused on the song selection. I get it. We're trying to save some money by reusing songs we already got the licenses for. But there's some better songs that aren't so wordy for these queens who are ESL. Because I feel like that was the problem here. Because Soa didn't know half of the words.
I know.
Like Gala was struggling here and there, but Soa was struggling a lot.
A lot.
Like she had like that first verse down.
Yep.
Everything after that
was a turnaround, a walk away.
And they were showing a lot of Soa in this lip sync. I'm like, are they telling us they're keeping her even though we're clearly watching her struggle? But yeah, Gala, she did good from what we could see. we didn't see much of her.
Right.
And it seemed like she had a better handle on the words. But I do find that frustrating. If we do get a second season of Global All-Stars, which I hope we do, let's pick songs easier for the ESL queens to learn. Okay? There's no need to give Super Freaky Girl to this set of queens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And honestly, anything with a Nicki rap in it, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You just setting these girls up for failure.
Are they gonna do it? Are they gonna do it for this song?
I love how they cut to the B, to the A, to the N, to the G, just straight to the end. I'm like, yeah, because I bet neither one of them knew that rap. I bet neither one of them knew that rap.
Neither one of them.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, unfortunately my heart was broken because the lip sync was over and Galavaro was told to Shantae, which means to stay. And I agree. I do agree with it. It still hurts, but I agree.
Yeah.
Because at first I'm like, ooh, this might be a double save. They're both giving it. And then I'm like, wait, so the words. So the words. The words. But that means our muse. This elimination hurt. All of the eliminations have hurt because, they pick fan favorites from around the world. So, like, every week has hurt for me, but this one hurts especially. This one hurts especially. It really does.
It did.
Hopefully Soa can come back again. Like, maybe if they do a Friends All-Stars or a Friends versus the world. Because, there's queens from all over the world that speak French. Maybe she'll be more, in her native language. Like she was on her season. But it was good to see you, Soa. Hopefully we see you again. But it hurt. It hurt. It was going to hurt either way. Because when I tell you, I was laying in my bed like this. Crossed arm, pouting. Like, no. I don't want neither one of them to go home. No. 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 And then on top of that, Gala shouldn't even been there. Oh, I was mad. I'm like, for once we got the tops right. But no, it hurt. But they dance like they didn't crush Soa's dreams. And we find out next week it's time for the Snatch Game of Love. And Los Javis are here.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird hearing them speaking English. Like, we heard... Oh, shoot. We heard Javier Ambrosi speak a little bit. And I'm like... No, we heard Cavo speak a little bit. And I'm like, oh, I'm not used to hearing you in English. Oh, okay, hi. Hi, how are you? How are you? Nice to... What is this? Speak Spanish. Where's the subtitles? Where are the subtitles? But yes, it'll be good to see them. Just 1 second, because this wanted to act stupid. There we go. Luckily, I was able to fix that. So, that's all I have. Do you have anything else you want to add about this episode?
Nope, other than me crying.
Let's go ahead and wrap things
That's
up
right.
here. Krisha, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me at Krisha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me in the club, pocket full of bud, my mind. But if I'm not there, you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye.